Welcome to Old Age Wisdom. Has anyone suggested that your 80s might present unforeseen challenges? Many capable and self-reliant individuals find this decade brings surprises. Today, we explore 5 difficult, yet common, experiences that can surface after turning 80. These are not merely about physical aging or what your doctor tells you. Instead, we are looking at profound internal changes, shifts in social interactions, your perception of time, and how memories can reveal new insights. You might already sense some of these transformations without being able to define them. Others could be unexpected, but all of them influence how we navigate our later years. Understanding these realities can foster serenity, direction, and even a renewed sense of vitality. There is great power in naming your experiences and knowing you are not alone. The first of these realities, often emerging subtly past 80, is a distinct reduction in your social sphere. While calls may still come and visitors are welcomed, the frequency and even the feeling often changes. The easy, natural rhythm of friendships and regular social interactions can become more sporadic, sometimes feeling quite delicate. Friends might relocate, contend with significant health issues, or pass away. Family members, understandably, are often absorbed by their own demanding schedules and responsibilities. You may find, without really planning it, that silent hours begin to outnumber conversations. This isn't a complaint, but an honest look at a common situation that few openly discuss: the difficulty of nurturing these vital bonds later in life. You perceive fewer invitations and longer intervals between visits. Even if you have always cherished your own company, the quiet can feel more pronounced than anticipated. This period often leads to deeper reflection, a way to hold loved ones near, even if just in thought, transforming shared laughter and simple past routines into treasured, poignant memories. It is perfectly natural to feel this way. It signifies not a failing, but a quiet adaptation many encounter unprepared, underscoring the value of remaining connections. Another frequent surprise for those in their 80s is how previously minor health concerns can escalate into more significant problems. A simple cold, once a brief inconvenience, might now persist for an extended period, and a small bruise could take weeks, not mere days, to fully disappear. A slight misstep or stumble, an incident quickly shaken off in earlier years, might now necessitate a lengthy recovery, possibly involving physical therapy or even surgery. It's not merely that the body operates at a slower pace. Its inherent capacity to bounce back from illness or injury becomes less dependable, and the margin for physical error noticeably diminishes. Even simple oversights, like a missed meal or insufficient hydration, can more easily disrupt your entire system. If these old age wisdom discussions resonate with you, please show your support by liking this video or subscribing to our channel. It truly helps us create more of this vital content. While you likely still possess considerable strength, your body's natural resilience doesn't operate automatically as it once did. It now demands conscious attention, dedicated care, and patience. This profound shift is seldom openly acknowledged. Friends or physicians might attribute it to aging, but you recognize the alteration, the effort of each healing period, the slower energy replenishment. The challenge is not just physical, but deeply emotional. Frustration can mount when your body no longer cooperates as reliably. If you've prided yourself on being energetic or self-sufficient, this adjustment can feel intensely personal. However, awareness is power. By observing your body's reactions, you can make adjustments, slow your pace without surrendering, and identify what your body genuinely needs: more rest, hydration, and self-compassion. This life chapter isn't about proving an unbreakable spirit, but wisely protecting remaining strength. Sometimes, the bravest action is allowing yourself complete recuperation. A third common experience: a subtle decline in social visibility. After 80, it's unsettling how easily others might overlook you, often unintentionally, due to cultural shifts. You might enter a room, and the atmosphere doesn't change. You speak, and others might interrupt, assuming you finished. Repeating yourself, waiting to be heard, or feeling unseen, even with family, becomes more common. It's a gradual fading of perceived presence in a youth-focused, fast-paced world. Few are prepared for this feeling, where your age seems to enter before you do, your stories and insights seemingly sidelined despite their deep value. This can make your presence feel diminished, stirring sadness or frustration. Yet, understanding this isn't about your worth, but a societal issue is empowering. You are not unseen. Your voice matters. Those who truly see and hear your stories, humor, and reflections are key. They are listening, even if it takes them a moment longer. So, don't withdraw or let silence define you. Articulate what you've witnessed and overcome. Be the quiet presence that reminds others what grace, wisdom, and resilience truly look like. You may not be the loudest, but your rich experience holds more weight than many realize. A fourth challenge emerges: the noticeable contraction of one's daily existence. A particularly tough aspect of aging beyond 80 isn't solely the internal physical changes. It's also the gradual fading of your familiar external world. The life you once knew, filled with established routines, cherished individuals, and comforting places, begins to feel more confined, not in a sudden, dramatic way, but incrementally, bit by bit. You might find yourself venturing out less frequently, not from a diminishing interest in life, but because everything seems a little further, more draining to undertake, or simply harder to navigate logistically. If old age wisdom's insights resonate with you and you wish to continue receiving them, please consider subscribing to our channel and activating notifications. Your support is truly valued by our team. Friends who once dropped by for casual visits may have moved away, encountered serious illness, or passed on. Neighbors come and go with more frequency. Favorite local spots, like a comfortable cafe or a familiar shop, might close down permanently. Your world doesn't usually fall apart catastrophically. It just quietly, almost imperceptibly, shrinks. This gradual contraction inevitably carries an emotional toll. Initially, any loneliness might sound like a faint background hum, barely noticeable. But in time, for many, it grows heavier and more present. Even for individuals who have always been fiercely independent and self-reliant, there's something deeply unsettling about watching the familiar components of life slowly drift away. Yet, there is strength in acknowledging this process. Naming it for what it is, a form of grief, not a personal weakness, brings much-needed clarity and self-understanding. Fifth, the body grows more unpredictable after 80, sending mixed signals at inconvenient times. One day you feel clear and strong. The next, slow, foggy, unsure why joints are stiff or hands unsteady. What's upsetting isn't just physical inconvenience. It's a sense of betrayal from a body relied upon for a lifetime, now changing rules without warning. You might plan a walk, only for unexpected exhaustion. Bending for a shoe may mean a slower, more effortful rise. Or you experience sudden dizziness or stiffness that quickly fades. This inconsistency erodes not just movement, but confidence. You might pause before leaving home, not from inability, but uncertainty about your body's response. Such doubt can make you feel vulnerable where you once felt strong, an understandable reaction. Yet, a comforting truth: your body may be less reliable, but your response can be. Flexibility becomes your strength, adaptability, your tool. Learn to plan, pace, and treat yourself with patience, not frustration. Listen carefully, rest when needed, stretch, consult your doctor proactively, not just for problems, but to understand how to stay ahead. Knowledge, when facing uncertainty, restores a vital sense of power. So, while your body isn't as steady, through experience and awareness, you remain largely in charge of how you navigate these changes. We have explored 5 challenging realities that frequently appear after turning 80, each one potentially surprising and capable of subtly altering our perception of the world. From the reduction in close relationships to the body's erratic behavior, these changes can indeed catch us unprepared. However, acknowledging these developments is not about surrendering to aging. It is about engaging with life fully aware, enabling you to live with greater wisdom and liberty. What resonated most with you from our discussion? Which of these experiences have you observed in your own life, or perhaps in someone you know? We genuinely want to hear your perspectives. Please leave a comment below sharing one key insight from today's video and how you might apply it. Whether it involves letting go of past regrets, reconnecting with someone, or simply treating your body with increased kindness, your story could encourage another viewer. Ultimately, Growing older does not mean diminishing in value. It means acquiring a richer perspective. When we confront these realities collectively, we cultivate strength, both within ourselves and among each other. Thank you for joining us at Old Age Wisdom. If this video was meaningful for you, please show your support by liking it, subscribing to our channel, and sharing it with others. Your engagement helps us continue to create uplifting and informative content. We appreciate you watching and look forward to connecting again soon.